You. First of all, I would like to thank International Institute of Academic Research and Publications for giving me opportunity to present my research work in ICEBTS 2022. And the topic of my presentation is how work-life balance affected by the pandemic COVID-19, role of human resource management in digital transformation. Now coming to the abstract, I will introduce the topic. First, the pandemic forced the organization worldwide to transform its business process from physical to digital platform. Now, human resource management plays an important role in transforming its business processes to tackle with the current prevailing situation and unpredictable future. So it is a very big challenge for human resource managers to deal this crisis, at the same time, by managing the employees, at the same time making sure that the business will continue, and the business will not stop, and at the same time ensuring work life balance of the employees. So the major purpose of this research is to discuss the major challenges faced by human resource management in managing the transition to digital business process. Now, this research also identified the effect of COVID-19 on human resource management and work-life balance. In this study, we used primary data which was collected using expert interview method through 10 semi-structured online interviews. My target is to conduct around 40 to 50 interviews, but right now I have only conducted 10 interviews, which was analyzed using qualitative content analysis. Interviews were conducted in October and November 2021. The type of sampling which was used in this study was purposive sampling, which was used to collect the data, and the participants selected were closely related with many Indian companies, so having regular and direct connections with the human resource managers. Now coming to the result part, there are some review of literature for the role of HRM in digital transformation. The one study by Shepherd 2020 said that the COVID-19 has had intensified digital transformation for companies, and many workers around the world need to have necessary skills to use this technology in order to perform their jobs remotely. Another study by Ackermans and Richardson and Kramer said that moreover COVID-19 will impact profoundly on the employment and can cause career shock for people. So HRM needs now to deal with the increasing stress of their workforce caused by remote working when work and family boundaries have blurred. Coming to the research methodology, we have adopted qualitative research methods to understand how companies respond to the pandemic lockdown, how digitalization and employee well-being have been managed during the crisis, and how HRM process were interrupted by the COVID-19. So for this, we have conducted expert interview to know the investigation regarding the primary data collection, which is implemented by semi-structured face-to-face video interviews, and analytical procedure was determined by theoretical framework as well as the qualitative characteristics of the gathered data. These are the three research questions for our research. Now this figure will discuss about the criteria for selecting experts for the interview. We have uh, we have taken these three criteria, for selecting the experts for conducting the interviews for our study. These are the main interview themes which were part of our study, six parts. In first part, general question about the expert experience and exact field of expertise. Second part will be the questions containing about COVID-19 effect on organization and challenges HRM will have faced. And the third main part will consist of the questions about changes caused by the crisis. For example, work-life balance, digital transformation, and fourth part will consist of the questions about the company response to the pandemic crisis from HRM perspective. And fifth part will be the expert opinions regarding the future of HRM and the recommendations to HR managers. And last but sixth part will be the additional thoughts or views, their views, if they want to give any additional thoughts for the HR managers to be implemented in like in managing their employees for digital transformation. So these are the main interview themes of our questionnaire. Now coming to the data analysis part. So at the stage of the analysis, the collected data through the expert interview were interpreted and analyzed with the approach of qualitative content analysis. So the systematic analysis includes concepts, themes, and categories derived from the data, which are discussed. The thematic parts and passages with similar elements need to be noticed. Additionally, the data were grouped and labeled by category, such as relevant themes to the research questions were determined to make question connections. Thus, themes, issues, categories were identified, patterns were discovered in the content and were labeled appropriately. Then data was sorted accordingly to similar themes and sub-themes as well as conflicting point of view. Thematically similar passages from different expert interviews were put together as described by the Bogner, Letting and Mans to further conceptualize and reveal the commonly shared expert opinions. Coming to the findings of the research, I have summarized the main findings in this figure. Number one is the digital transformation. Crisis have made the organizations to accelerate their platform from digital transform to digital platform. So the respondents believe that HRM carries out an unequivocal commitment to company success and employees' well-being. So digital platforms, artificial intelligence, robotics, augmented reality. So these are the digital transformation. Result of the digital transformation will be the remote working. So the employees need to be have collaboration skills, technological skills, communication skills, socialization skills, motivation for like handling this digital transformation, and efficiency for handling this digital transformation. Like for handling this remote working, they have to face many challenges like business continuity, customer orientation, employee well-being, job characteristics of job satisfaction, digital skills, and isolation. So these are the challenges which are being faced by the company, and the impact of these challenges on Indian companies, like business closure. There may be business closures or decreased revenues, complied with regulations, lack of knowledge in crisis management, lack of remote working experience, lack of technologies and skills, and lack of flexibility, adaptability. So these are the impact on Indian companies. Now, for this challenges, for managing these challenges, the HRM functions are new HRM systems, upgrade employee skills for online performance management, work-life balance, facilitate organization. So these like to the conclusion part. So in this paper, the focus was on the influence of COVID-19 crisis on HRM as well as digitalization and its accompanying work-life balance issues. Qualitative expert interview method was applied for this research. For the as a first direction to better shape the difficulties caused by the current pandemic crisis. And the expert judgment were founded on their knowledge and personal experiences. During the analysis, comparisons were made, followed by data interpretation, discussions on findings, and conclusions. As we all know that as remote working has risen during the lockdown, it is needed to adapt the new working life. In order to adapt quickly to changes, enhancing communication is of primary importance. The HR managers do not need to monitor closely the employees' work activities during remote working, as they can perform tasks independently with responsibility. Given that some employees prefer to keep working from home while others strive to return to offices, these can be this can be depend on the type of employee. The new HR policy should allow the workforce to choose the work more. So there should be the choices like in future if an employee want to work from home, so he can be providing he or she can be given the opportunity to work from home if he or she is comfortable in doing so. Now to allow the like to revise organization culture correspondingly to hire remote employees, we can use this digital platform to for hiring also. Like no one it will be very convenient for the HR managers or for the company and for the employees as well as for sitting at one place and they can give interviews for jobs. And corporate events needs also to be transformed. Like corporate events can like party like sorry conference presentations or conference meetings can be done remotely. For this, the future research Founding on the results of expert interviews, the questionnaire will be designed for the future quantitative survey of HR managers to study thoroughly the impact of COVID-19 pandemic crisis on the company's employees, teams, and on the HR systems in India. Besides, it would be interesting to gain data about the influence of digitalization and remote work on employee behavior, on employees' family members, and on the society at large.